What's going on, everyone? So yesterday, Max Christie was on Jovan Buha's YouTube channel, and he said, I think we're on the same page with that stuff, and I think we're all in agreement that I'm going to be a good part of the offense and defense and the rotation just in general, so I'm looking forward to that. This was Max Christie speaking on just his role next season along with JJ Redick, that him and JJ Redick are essentially on the same page. And this is something that, should have happened last year. And based on reports, part of the reason Darvin Ham was fired was because of his lack of utilization of Max Christie. I mean, Max Christie shot 40% on catch and shoot threes. It wasn't 40% from three-point range, period, but from catch and shoot, he was 40%, and he was very good defensively for the Lakers. Also, some of our best lineups last season were with Max Christie in the lineup. And going into last year, there was that question of, like, where does Max Christie fit in? Where does Max Christie get minutes, if any, at all, right? Because this time last year, right, Lakers were looking stacked. You got Gabe Vincent, we went and got Taurean Prince, you got Cam Reddish, you got all these guys that it was like, okay, are we going to be able to fit Max Christie into the rotation? And then, Cam Reddish was so good defensively last year, even when Jared Vanderbilt went down, that I was like, okay, kind of sparing minutes here and there. And then we kept getting injuries to like Gabe Vincent and stuff. And there was times where we desperately could have used Max Christie. And for whatever reason, he just couldn't find minutes in the rotation. Even when the numbers said he needed to be in the rotation. Now, luckily, Max Christie is very young still. He's 21. He won't be 22 till February. So he has plenty of room, plenty of upside, plenty of growth. And I really do think that you got to give him a real opportunity. Like, how do we know what kind of strides he can really take unless he actually gets consistency? Because that's the problem. It's like, you watch, he'll play 10 minutes one game and he actually looks great. And then, the next game he's getting like 2 or not playing at all. And like last year, he played in 67 games, started 7 of them, averaged 14 minutes per game. And he gave you 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, half steal, half a block. Right? And 14 minutes of play, shot 50% from 2-point range, 49.6 if you want to be exact, on 1.8 attempts, and then shot 36% from 3-point range on 1.8 attempts. So literally is taking 3.6 attempts and is shooting 42.7% from the field. But again, 40% on catch and shoot threes, which primarily that's what he's going to take. But he's also shown the ability to put the ball on the deck. He's shown the ability to get to the basket, finish through contact, even make the occasional play. And now that he's going to be in year 3, you want to see him take those strides. You want to see him start taking those steps. Right? Like Austin Reeves, for example. Austin Reeves had his emergence and his breakout and, became the player that he became because he was given the opportunity. Right? I mean, it took circumstances, though, right? Like, Austin Reeves wasn't really getting the opportunity until LeBron went down, and then the Lakers were kind of in this desperation state, and it was like, okay, Austin Reeves, here's your chance, here's your opportunity, and to Reeves' credit, he seized it, and he took advantage of that opportunity, and he was able to kind of use that to catapult him into now the starting unit and all that stuff. And Max Christie, I mean, you look at the roster right now, and chances are he's the primary backup 2 guard, depending on how things shape up. I mean, assuming, a trade happens or whatever, right? Lakers are working hard on trying to go get a Jeremy Grant and potential other moves, other trades, right? So, like, if everything works out to the Lakers' hope, right? It's very possible that Max Christie is even in the starting unit, right? Because it's possible that Austin Reeves, if they end up trading D'Lo and stuff like that, Austin Reeves could potentially slide over to the point And you may end up needing a kind of starting two in which maybe Christie steps up. Let's say they go get Jeremy Grant and Wendell Carter Jr., right? If they don't start Wendell Carter, because it's like, we got LeBron 80 and Jeremy Grant, and they just use Wendell Carter as like your backup center, then, the Lakers could look at it as, okay, let's go with Max Christie, 40% catch and shoot threes, can defend, do multiple things out there on the basketball court. Austin Reeves will just slide over to be the initiator, right? And maybe Reeves and Christie are your starting backcourt. I mean, at some point, you got to look to move Christie into the starting unit, right? I'm not saying it has to be this year, because, again, he is very young. He is still very, he's still got some room to grow. He still needs to, you can take your time, right? Like, for example, I mean, you could have Christie develop the next 3 years, and he'd be, the age of, Dalton Connect, right? Like, it's just like, so that's good for the Lakers, because it's not this sense of like, oh man, he's already 27, it's now or never, right? Take your time. You can be patient with him. But at some point, you need to start giving him some real significance. At some point, you really need to start giving him some real opportunity here and see what does the kid got? Because he's either got it or he doesn't, right? Now, again, if he doesn't have it yet, that doesn't mean that you give up on him. That doesn't mean that, no, it just means that, like, hey, he's still got work to do, but you still got to find him opportunities. You still got to find him moments. You got to find him consistencies. It's hard to really know what someone can be without consistency. It's hard to be consistent when everything else around you is so inconsistent. And unless you're getting consistent minutes, how do you really judge somebody on their consistency or lack thereof? And in the moments that Max Christie has gotten, I mean, he's really stood out. Seriously, he's had some very good plays, defensive sequences. Right? I mean, he was doing a good job on guys like Devin Booker. That game against Milwaukee, where he was clamping up Damian Lillard. Like, he's had some very good, just very tough, challenging defensive assignments. And then on top of the defensive assignments, having to just be big and play in big spots, big moments. And he's stepped up and he's done it well. And he's shown his ability to make the occasional play and, create for himself and others. Like, those are all good values, good traits, and being a legit two-way guy. But, again, it's up to Max Christie to seize whatever moments and potential he gets. Right? I do think he's going to play a significant role this season. I do think he's going to play a significant part, because he is a guy that can play both sides of the basketball, which is what the Lakers need. And I mean, it's one of the reasons why they're pushing so hard for Jeremy Grant, right? Like, they're pushing so hard for Jeremy Grant because he's a legit two-way guy. He can play defense and he can score the basketball, right? Same thing with Max Christie. He could, defend and score the basketball. But he's got to continue to make those strides. He's got to continue to play the role. Like, right now, currently, as the roster stands, no pun intended, it looks like it's probably going to be, D'Lo, Gabe Vincent at the point guard spot. And then you'll have Reeves, Max Christie at the two guard. And then I think you'll have, Jared Vanderbilt and Dalton Connect. And then I think you'll have LeBron James, Rui Hachimura, and then Anthony Davis, Jackson Hayes. Right? Maybe a swap Rui and Vando, but essentially it'll be in that range. So I do really think that Max Christie, I think he's going to get some real opportunity. I think he's going to slot in as that backup two. I think he'll probably get, 15 to 20 minutes a game, especially if he's having and playing the right way. But it's going to be up to him to do that. He's got to play the right way. He's got to stay focused. He's got to work hard. He's got to, when he's out there, give it 110%. Don't lose focus. Stay engaged. Right? Whoever your defensive assignment is, you got to stay on it. He's definitely got work, right? He definitely needs to be more disciplined at times on the defense side. Don't gamble so much. Defend without fouling, like all of those things. But again, he's going into year 3, Lots of room to grow, lots of potential. So, anyway, as always, this is a discussion. Pass question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? What are your thoughts? Do you think Max Christie is going to play a big role? Do you think, no, he's, let him just kind of play sparing minutes here and there. Let him continue to grow, develop. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.